Hey everyone, welcome to Zealots. I'm Forrest.
I'm Major.
I'm Robbie.
And I am too.
Today we're going to talk about all the new trailers and sneak peeks that was premiered on DC Fandome.
Is that Tip with two P's? Are you an evil clone of Tip? That's a deep cut Luke Skywalker reference. Sorry to interrupt there. Go on. It didn't make a lot of sense with perfect timing. It was going to make even less sense if I waited until you were finished. My bad. Go ahead. Sorry, guys.
I guess the big one was the Batman trailer. I think that's the one at least I know everyone here watched.
So oh my gosh, it was so good.
It hit 1 million in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, Batman brings the eyeballs.
Rob, is it true at one point you were just hitting refresh on your computer watching the view counts go up?
No, it was like when I texted about it, I thought it was crazy when I refreshed because I was curious. It went out. I texted you, it was like 1.1 million, and then I refreshed. I was like, oh, 1.2, just like that.
Okay, see, I was like picturing in my mind like you said.
No, I didn't just sit there and keep
like
refreshing.
F5, like, oh my gosh, it's going up, it's going up.
I just noticed it went up super fast in like 5 minutes.
Here. All I do is stare at a screen all day and watch stocks, and I scream at it to go up or yell at it when it's going down. So like, I'm not casting any judgment. That's just a mental image I had in my mind.
Yeah,
I mean, you speak to your stocks.
Yeah, just like you massage your cows.
So I guess in the trailer it opened up with the Riddler was being arrested, and
spoiler alert.
Yes, his coffee was. He didn't even touch his coffee because the
barista did such a good job.
Yeah,
I wanted to keep that question mark looking good in there.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can take a sip and the shape is still there, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
So it's kind of strange that people like sometimes they'll do like the leaf or whatever or some other shape. It's like it won't last very long once they start drinking it. But I guess it's just like
it's just like that first.
The ambiance. Yeah.
It's all about the Instagram.
I noticed they didn't really show his face in the trailer. They kind of just showed the back of his head and are kind of like hiding his appearance. So what do you think the reasoning behind that is?
Could it be the elusive Colin Farrell and the Penguin is not him in heavy makeup?
Oh, I think it's Colin Farrell.
You think that's Colin Farrell in the Penguin makeup?
Yeah. So I don't know. I think he was good too in this trailer. He definitely had a lot more to do than the first one. So definitely has a very thick New Jersey accent.
Speaking of thick and had a lot more to do in this trailer, what about that bulletproof armor?
Oh,
not
yeah,
bad for year two.
He had basically like machine guns going off on him, and like they were just like bouncing off.
Right, which I haven't fully digested yet. I'm not really sure how I feel about it, but it does take care of the terrible thing in 99.9% of the superhero movies, where there's a room full of bad guys. They all have guns, but they don't use them. Right? I'd rather them use it and then just imagine that Batman can afford graphene armor, so he doesn't have to worry about like the bullets.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just marshalling arts your way through 10 guys with AKs.
Is there actual armor that can withstand that much?
No.
Pressure from that close up. But yeah,
I mean, it depends on how thick the graphene is. That the graphene is the only thing I could think of that could make it plausible, and Bruce Wayne is probably one of the only people who could afford it.
I was thinking he took a trip to Wakanda, get some vibranium, but
yeah, across the multiverse.
Yes,
through legal and copyright laws.
Flash took him. Flash
doesn't DC have their own form of vibranium?
Probably like.
Isn't like unobtainium?
Unobtainium. No, that's from Avatar.
I know. I'm just
unbreakanium.
Hey,
I don't know.
Tip, is this podcast interrupting you from like your chores?
No, I was just making coffee.
Oh. Well, for the record,
I'm like bumping around making coffee.
It's 1:13 in the afternoon. If anyone was curious.
Oh yeah, the Panthers are playing. So basically,
I haven't had my first cup yet.
So basically, what else? I think they showed a little Catwoman in this as well. doing typical Catwoman-y things. You know, just like walk around the club.
Halle Berry.
No, it's actually Lenny Kravitz's daughter.
I know, but the song
Oh, okay.
that fits our demographic. Someone out there is
Oh, thank God. Halle Berry is the worst. It's the worst.
Yeah, that
Catwoman.
That Catwoman movie was pretty bad, but it gave us the basketball court scene, which is so bad it's good, and I'm glad like one day I'll be able to share that with like my prosperity. It's such a
With
bad
your children.
scene. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, what else happened? They showed a little bit of they showed Alfred for the first time. He looks like a little battle hardened. He had like a scar over his eye.
Good does Anthony Serkis look in this?
Yeah, he was in it very briefly, but I think they're definitely going to be like a more militaristic sort of Alfred.
The only thing I'm worried about is that he becomes my new favorite Alfred over Michael Caine and Batman the Animated Series Alfred. That's my biggest concern, which is a great fear to have.
Well, at least he's still British, so you know they cast him.
They're all British always.
Well, Batman's British too.
What do you think about this guy being so, this Alfred being so young? Are we looking at the next 10 years of Batman?
I don't know. Well, this is supposed to like take place during year 2 of Batman's career, so you know, I really don't know. I think it's just I don't think he's that young. He's like in his 50s.
Yeah, but I mean, if they did this Batman arc for the next, I mean, Daniel Craig did Bond for 20 years, right? 15, 19?
2006 was the Casino Royale, so
okay,
it's like,
so 14
yeah, about
years,
15
years. So you know, if we have a Batman franchise that lasts this long, he's only 65, right? And I mean, my buddy William Shatner just went to space, and he's 90 plus. He's like 92 or something like that, or he's 90. But anyway, you know, so you know,
he is
rich old
57
actors
years
are
old.
still doing stuff. Anthony Serkis is.
Yep, 57. So
Yeah, so I mean, he's still in Michael Caine fighting shape 15 years into the franchise. And Robert Pattinson would be too.
yeah. So what did you think of Pattinson in this?
Rob Pattinson, I love
Yeah.
him.
He did like had the screaming down, like the "What have you done?"
Yo, so
Where are they?
I was texting you guys while I was watching it, and
Yeah, is that when
the
you
first time
mentioned
you
that?
hear Batman's voice, it's like through that muffled shield, and I did not like the way it sounded at all. And then he spoke later on. He's like, "I'm vengeance," and I was like, "Oh yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Give it to me." Like I was like, "This is good. This is like." So I think it was a mistake on, I would say, the ad company, whoever edited the clip together. That the first time we hear Batman speak is a distorted voice. However, 10 seconds later in the trailer, you get to hear his actual voice, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I don't know. Still not sure. He didn't really say a lot. It was kind of just a lot of him just doing stuff. I did think the shot at the very end where he flips Penguin's car and he's approaching, that was pretty cool. Like the score is great, I think, at least. So it should be very orchestral. Reminded me a lot of Danny Elfman's from the original Burton Batmans, yeah.
Which we will bring up very soon, again with the Flash trailer, so stick around for that.
Oh, yeah. Are you ready to transition over to that?
No, not at all. I want to talk a little bit more about Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson, when I showed my wife this clip, she was horrified, which one just made me love her even more, that she cares this much to be this upset about it. But she was very upset that Edward Cullen from Twilight was playing the next Batman, and so I kind of had to give her a sales pitch. I was like, give him a chance, and I explained how every Batman has basically been, ostracized or hated before putting out great performances. Whether it was Mr. Dad.
Well, yeah, Michael Keaton. I think there was over 10,000 petitions to him not play that part because everyone thought it was gonna be a comedy,
right? And now those same people, 20 or 30 years later, nearly shit their pants watching the Flash trailer when Michael Keaton's, the outline of Michael Keaton's Batman shows up And then I almost shit my pants. I thought they were going to show us the Batmobile, but I've had my fix of Batmobile lately. Playing Rocket League, they've got a new Batman themed Halloween thing going on right now, and you can get all the different Batmobile cars. So you like the classic one from like 1989. You can get the tank one from The Dark Knight, and you can get like the really cool one from Batman versus Superman. And so that's been a lot of fun, just driving around in the Batmobile.
Oh, nice.
Doing flips and stuff in Rocket
Doing
League.
flips and stuff, yeah. I'll send you some videos on Snapchat.
Interesting, yeah. It seems like they're definitely.
I already
sort
got
of like
hashtag Batman saves the day, and I'll send you a bunch of my epic saves on Rocket League.
Yeah. What is it? Fortnite? Where you can play popular characters too. Like who could you play as? You play as Deadpool in a game recently.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't play Fortnite. I do know
I'm not sure,
that
but
that's where
wouldn't surprise me.
Emperor Palpatine debuted before the 9th episode of Star Wars. Like,
Maybe it's Apex Legends.
Apex.
Someone was like,
"Oh, if only
No.
we had our former podcast member here from the first episodes, he'd be able to tell us."
Yeah.
He loves
That bastard.
playing Apex. I just don't understand it. That's not fun. I mean, I guess it's fun if you're good, but when you're this late to the game, you won't be good, and you can't get good because you don't last that long.
Well, I think you should play Arena instead of Battle Royale, because Arena just gets you right into the fights.
See, that'd be more fun, right? I just didn't like running.
yeah, I think
around
when we
for
were
2
playing
minutes
with that one
collecting
dude,
stuff.
we were just like walking around collecting stuff.
And then, bam! I got shot in the back of the head. What the fuck am I gonna do? I'm done.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm kind of don't really have much more to say about Batman. Do y'all want to move on to the Flash?
Yeah,
That's
I don't
sort of
think any of us
connected.
have anything more to say about the Batman trailer if we're talking about.
It looks good though.
It looks great. I am
there
super
was a-
excited, and cheers to the next 20 years of Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, so we'll just see how it goes. It definitely seems.
You had a trailer for the Flash,
Yeah, there was.
Missed
It
that
was
one.
like really brief.
or at least
though.
it's
like,
not on one of my
Yeah,
shares.
it was
put
90%
in
Ezra Miller being weird and talking. He's like, "Hey, I know you guys want to see a trailer for the Flash. Well, we haven't shown enough of the movie for that." So I was like, "Guys, let's get them a teaser." And they were like, "Oh, we don't have enough footage for that either." And I was like, "Well, what can we do?" So we threw this together, and it fucking looked like a trailer, at least a teaser. I was really confused by this.
I can't even like remember most of it. Like I think like he saw his mom and like he touched her shoulder.
It was like, if you could go to any time in any universe, why are you living here? Why aren't you fixing it? And then it shows like his mom, and his mom like freaks out or whatever.
But I think
then, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, but it doesn't get good until the end, right? You see, you see Flash in what you think is the Batcave, and the weirdest costume I've ever seen. I'm sure the CGI is just not done or whatever, but he had like a 12 pack and a V and what looked like a Barbie private area. I don't know, it just looked weird. The costume, it didn't look finished.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say there are like 2 Ezra Millers at the tail end of the trailer.
Yeah,
I believe,
so
right?
you see 3 flashes after. So you see him in the Batcave, and then it's confirmed it's Batman with the silhouette of Michael Keaton. I'm really excited, especially after the CW did their big crossover event, Final Crisis, last year, and Michael Keaton was there for a second, I believe. If I remember that correctly. No, it wasn't Michael Keaton. It was the guy who voiced Batman in Batman the Animated Series.
Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conroy, yeah. Sorry, I love him. I'm just really bad with names.
He was in the.
Thank God we have Forrest.
Thank goodness. I told you, man. Ever since the internet came out in 2007 or 8, I was like, this kid's a walking IMDb.
Yeah, but to be fair, everybody knows Kevin Conroy.
Yeah,
like,
his
people
name
like
me.
that's like the one cartoon.
No Forrest,
voice.
they don't.
How
I mean,
how do you feel about Will Arnett voicing Batman and Lego Batman specifically?
I
love
never
it.
saw that.
Oh, you should watch Lego Batman. It is surprisingly delightful.
Yeah, all the Lego
It's
movies
actually
tend to be
one of-
pretty funny.
It's actually one of the better Batman portrayals.
I actually
Yeah,
Googled Captain Conroy, and Google's not sure either. is he?
Captain Conroy.
Oh, that's what I thought you said.
Kevin
What'd you
Conroy.
say?
Kevin Conroy.
You said
Why'd you say
Kevin
Captain?
Conroy.
Why did you say?
Because I misheard you.
Oh, okay.
It did
Yeah.
sound like you say Captain Conroy. I think it's just like a microphone issue. No, you're fine. We all know it's not Captain Conroy. Although that's a great name.
Confused.
I'm gonna prepare my child for military service by naming him Captain. Sort of like Major.
Yeah, I was gonna say
from Catch 22.
My name's Major.
Well,
Hey, has anybody realized, like, Captain America and all this? Why aren't they ever promoted to like Major or Lieutenant Major?
It
just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. It's branding.
Yeah, that's bullshit, man. They like never gain rank. I mean, that's their pay right there.
Are they
It's
really?
more of a ceremonial
Captain
title.
America
Are they really doing
is
military
paid.
service at that point?
I mean, it's pretty decent pay, but
Yo, you know what the MCU hasn't addressed yet is how effing rich Steve Rogers is, Captain America. Because working for the government, he had some kind of 401k, some kind of pension plan, or thrift savings plan, and he was like literally frozen for 70 years. Right? He had no offsprings. In theory, he should probably be like one of the richest people in the world because he's been investing for like 100+ years.
Huh.
Well, depending on what he had.
Yeah, maybe his stocks all crashed.
There's a funny video, like what if when Captain America went back in time to be with Peggy after Endgame, and it's like basically him not being able to stop any of the historical events that happened, like the JFK assassination, 9/11.
Is he like trying to, but every time he fails?
No, he's like he just knows he can't mess with the timeline, so he just has to let it happen. He's just like, oh god. He's like, honey, how about we take a trip to New York City? When do you want to go? How about September? Maybe the 11th? And he's like,
no. But like, see, my thing is like, does that make you evil at that point? Like, if you can stop bad things from happening, like, there's this really famous quote, like, the only thing evil needs to win is for good men to stand by and do nothing. Right? And I think as a character, like Captain Rogers, before he was Captain Rogers, Steve Rogers, before he was Captain America, jumped on a grenade, right? And that's kind of like how they chose him or whatever. But I just don't see any universe where Steve Rogers doesn't try to stop those things from happening and therefore changing the timeline.
I mean, it's just like
it was a dumb thing to put at the end of an amazing movie, Marvel. Why'd you do it? I don't understand.
Well, it's just like Chris Evans didn't want to do it anymore. His contract was up, and they already killed Iron Man, so they thought this would be the best thing to do.
Yeah, and I guess you can't have 2 hologram goodbye scenes, right?
Okay. Yeah, it's check out the Warp Zone and Captain America's life after Endgame. And it's like him through the years, just like letting all this horrible stuff happen. Okay. So I rewatched the Flash trailer, and I think there are 2 Ezra Millers, but there's also a Supergirl.
Is that Supergirl? I thought that was like a third Flash. From just like an alternate. No,
because I remember reading she had been cast in the movie too. So
okay. So Supergirl, interesting.
So
can you explain to the listeners who don't know who Supergirl is a little bit more about her?
She's related to Superman. Shocker.
Is she?
Yeah, they're cousins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So we can't get with her.
Sometimes she's called Power Girl
legally,
and maybe Earth too.
They're from the north of Krypton.
Yeah, and it turns into the super couple.
Dude, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, they are the last Kryptonians.
Well, except for like Zod and whoever comes out of the Phantom Zone, and I don't know. It's really weird. DC keeps bringing back Kryptonians to life, so there's actually a lot of them left. It's just
why didn't they just hide in the Phantom Zone?
Because that's where the criminals were.
Yeah, but like it was either die or like just go to like. If you know it's happening, or if you know it's coming, get the criminals out, and then you just hide in the Phantom Zone.
Well, the council didn't think Krypton was going to be destroyed, so
yeah. But at some point, it is getting blown up. So yeah, I guess at that point you couldn't like get rid of the criminals, but you could at least, I'd rather go try to hide with the criminals than watch like die in be sure death when my planet explodes.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then they're like, but how would people get out of the Phantom Zone? I'm like, great question. There's one guy who built a spaceship programmed to go to Earth. You put the Phantom gun with him, and then with a note that says, on your 18th birthday, press the trigger, and then boom, we all live. Or, the criminals have killed us all, and we take over your planet. But Krypton survives. Because Krypton's not a place, it's a people.
Oh, that's true.
Is that Asgard?
It's all the same. So
that's actually a super. Oh, I don't want to sound braggadocious. That's actually a super deep cut reference to an Eminem song as well. Rap God.
Oh, Rap God.
He says he's from Asgard. He's like, no, it's Krypton, but it was Asgard. Anyway.
Oh.
Not important.
But yeah, the Flash trailer was very brief, and I didn't really pick up a lot of it, except just showed Ezra Miller.
Brief? It was fast. It was quick. It was speedy.
Yeah. Yes.
It was over in a flash.
Yes. So I was trying to prevent myself as much as I could, but I knew y'all would probably pick up the thread.
Embrace the puns. Let them happen.
Yeah. So all right. What else? There was a Black Adam teaser, not really a trailer.
Right.
But Square just showed Black Adam being awoken, and someone shot at him, and he caught the bullet between his fingers.
Yeah.
And then shot so many bullets at him, though. That was one thing I was thinking of. And then he picks that one bullet. What about the rest of them?
That's just the one he grabbed.
Yeah, the rest are. Yeah, and then it goes to the next scene, and they're just bouncing off of them.
It's like, what are these annoying pellets?
Like, what am I wearing? Batman's armor.
Yeah, so basically, I don't know if you ever saw Shazam, but it's basically a spin-off of that movie, but with a much bigger star.
And so what exactly did he do to that one guy that he basically just disintegrated? He grabbed him and
sucked his soul.
He has the power of lightning, yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Burnt him to a crisp.
Yep.
Yeah,
wait,
into ash.
Black Adam is a lot like Black Lightning?
I guess so, yeah.
No, Black Lightning. Are you talking about Black Lightning, the CW show?
Wasn't there a superhero, Black Lightning?
There is, from the comics.
Which
but
is a comic book by itself, not just a CW TV show. I just didn't know if that was the same Black Lightning you're talking about.
Okay,
no, they're different characters. No, this is Bizarro Shazam. This is
or evil Superman, basically.
Yeah, this is if you remember Shazam the movie, at the end they're all sitting there in their underground chamber of stone chairs, and there's one missing. That's because Black Adam has the last part.
Yeah, so he's basically Shazam used to be called Captain Marvel, so. But obviously, because of that one word,
it's super fascinating. That whole saga of drama and naming rights and stuff.
And it's so he's called Shazam now. How can he introduce himself? And what's the wizard's name? Because in the movie, it was established that the wizard's name is Shazam. So it's really
that's gonna be a little confusing.
It's a real quagmire. They really should just been
what? Yeah, that's a good point. Because Shazam. So for people who aren't very familiar with it, each letter in the word Shazam stands for a Greek or Roman god or whatever, and each one of those gods represents what power he has. Or there's Solomon, who's not Greek or Roman, but he's I've got the wisdom of Solomon. DC just mixing and matching any of the popular names. But so when at the end of Shazam, and he's got these 7 powers, but then he gives it to his 6 foster siblings, are they each can just go by the letter of their name? Hey S, hey H, what's going on Z? What's going on second Z? But what's happening here?
I don't know. I think they just split it evenly. Or the power of love amplifies. I don't know. It's best not to overthink it.
I guess we'll just have to watch the sequel and find out.
Yes. Speaking of which, the sequel also premiered some footage. I don't know if y'all saw, but basically it's looked a lot like the first movie, but they're going to have Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren as the bad guys. So, it looks good. I enjoyed the first movie, so this one hopefully will be as good. So, fingers crossed.
I'm looking for average to above average. That's all I'm hoping for here. I'm not looking for a knockout from Shazam 2.
Yeah. So
they put out so many trailers at one time.
Unlike Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. That looks like a knockout.
Yes, Rocksteady always knocks it out of the park. So it's gonna be like I guess it's sort of be like Borderlands, where you just 4 different characters you can play as, and each of them has a specific skill set, and I guess you choose which one you want to use in order to get through a mission or however you want to.
Is this going to be Is this going to be like online multiplayer? Like, do I need to download this game so we can play together as different members
maybe
of the Suicide Squad?
I think
cool.
you can play it separately, or maybe you can do co-op. But I think it's like you just have 4 characters to choose from, and you're just making your way through Metropolis, and you got to like fight off the Justice League, which I guess is being controlled by Brainiac. That seems to be the premise. So, but yeah,
how do you fight off Superman?
I don't know. Kryptonite. I guess they have to find somewhere. So,
do you know what that purple thing was?
I think Brainiac's mind control.
It looks like Brainiac, but isn't Brainiac green? I mean, he's green and purple, but isn't it usually green, or is it usually purple?
Oh, I know, it probably just changes from adaptation to
adaptation. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, I don't know, but my theory is, I think that Brainiac is controlling them. That's why they need the Suicide Squad to take them out.
And I like the line where it was obvious that Agent Waller didn't tell them what was in Metropolis. And I was like, classic Waller. Congratulations, you're the first extraction team to make it into Metropolis.
She's sneaky.
She's the worst, but she's supposed to be the worst, so she's so good at it. She's the best.
Yeah, so looking forward to it. I did like the scene where they keep shocking Penguin. He's like, he's getting up, shock him again.
That was pretty great, right? Do you think they blew his head off at the end?
No.
You know who else didn't die? Peacemaker.
Oh, nice transition.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Peacemaker is getting his own.
Yeah, we got a little taste of that trailer in the DC Fandome, and
yeah,
I loved it. I mean, I'm a big fan of John Cena acting, and every time I see him, I get a little sad inside because seeing how much he's aged reminds me how much older I am, how much I've aged. But besides that, fantastic. I am really looking forward to this.
I think he looks great though. Just
he
like
looks, he looks fantastic.
It seems to have aged
in his
very
face.
gracefully.
You're like, no, but yeah, but like, it just reminds me of a younger time when my knees could bend.
Good times.
Oh, man.
The good times are killing me. Oh, that makes me feel young. You guys remember Modest Mouse?
Oh no, I only remember Dashboard and Float On.
Wait, Float On is Modest Mouse. I'm Vindicated.
Yeah, everyone knows that one.
Well, no, Vindicated, but that's a reference to Dashboard Confessional.
Oh, okay.
Oh, see what I did?
It's all connected.
It is when you're talking to me.
The reference you. So, all right, so Peacemaker.
Well, I just pooped. So I made my piece.
Why are you so tired?
What?
Nothing. So,
just quiet.
Just trying to retain some dignity while I talk about Peacemaker here.
Yeah, so
dancing around in his whitey tighties. Do you guys think? I mean, Peacemaker looks like a whitey tighty guy.
He's definitely, was showing him off in the trailer. So,
and getting his ass kicked by that girl. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this.
Which one? The blonde one?
Yeah, the blonde chick who was throwing him through the wall in his apartment.
I think that's James Gunn's actual girlfriend in real life. So, yeah. But what else? So basically, he has his own little team, his own little Suicide Squad in this trailer, and I don't know who he's fighting. Apparently, the vigilante guy is going to be like the comic relief, which you would think Peacemaker would be comic relief enough, but I guess not. So,
no, not in this Marvel world where every character has to be comic relief.
Yeah. And yeah, let me just say, James Gunn is a master of knowing what characters will be merchandisable. Because, we had like Groot in the Guardians of the Galaxy. We had King Shark in Suicide Squad. Now we're going to have the Eagly, I think is what he's called, in the Peacemaker show.
Baby Groot. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the eagle hugging him, that was fun.
So I'm sure there's going to be an Eagly pop-up, or what do you call those little...
He's like, give Get my phone.
We
I
talked
don't
about
want to move.
merchandising, but I've actually got a little baby Groot on my desk.
He was like he made Disney so much money with even though that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 wasn't, I didn't think I enjoyed as much as the first one. Like the amount of Baby Groot stuff they sold
right
probably made more than the actual movie.
There was like the intro where Baby Groot's just dancing around while there's having this epic fight in the background, which I thought physically was like a great, like it was just fantastic. However, like as a fan of fight scenes, I was really bummed out. I was like, no, I want to see this epic fight. But the Baby Groot intro was really cute.
James goes like, no, we gotta sell toys.
And then you had the part where Drax jumps into the alien's mouth to cut it from the inside, and Gamora points out that skin is the same thickness no matter which way you attack it.
Oh, that was pretty smart.
You guys, I'll send you the clip. It's a great clip. You should at least watch the intro. I'm not gonna defend the rest with ego and 40 minutes on that planet, but the intro is good.
Well, you had to watch it and be able to understand the What If episode, so
right, and to understand the news that just came out about this Adam character, right?
Yeah, Adam Warlock's going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, so I'm thinking that his evil twin, the Magus, is going to be the bad guy, since he'll be in it. But
that would be epic, and someone who could actually give Adam Warlock a fighting chance, or because he's super powerful. He's OP. He's like Captain Marvel OP, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he's an Omega level superhero, so you need to introduce an Omega level supervillain to be able to make the movie interesting.
Yeah, and Thanos is gone, so you need
But who's not gone? Thor.
That's true.
I know everyone online's predicting Thor's going to get dropped off at the beginning, but I really hope if that happens, Thor at least shows back up at the end. I hope there's more Thor in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Oh yeah, well he's got his own movie he's working on, so I think he'll part ways with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and then he'll go
do Thor: Love and Thunder after that.
Yep. So
Love and Thunder, that's the movie.
Yeah,
yep,
Thor: Love and Thunder. I'm super excited. I was like, this is the greatest Marvel movie title I've ever heard, and then they were like, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, and I was like, oh, my head's about to explode. These are just cool titles, right?
Shang-Chi and Legend of the Ten Rings.
I haven't seen that yet.
It was good. I mean,
I liked it.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to come on Disney Plus. Right? It's
did it live the hype?
Days or whatever.
Oh yeah, I think
it's gotta be better than Black Widow.
Okay. I think the last thing that they showed was a trailer for Gotham Knights, which is basically
Gotham Knights.
They're going to be taking on the Court of Owls, I believe.
Wait, did they not show a trailer for the HBO Gotham PD spinoff show?
I don't think so. They are bringing back Doom Patrol, though, which I know is one of your favorites. Did you watch season 3?
Not yet. I'm going to wait for it to all be finished so I can rip it off like a Band-Aid. Because if I watch just one episode, or, if I'm on episode 3, or if I watch them one week at a time, one bad episode will make me stay away for the rest of the season. So if I just wait to the end, I can binge it all, where if there's one bad episode, I can just skip to the next one. No, it's better.
Well thought out.
Thank
Nice
you.
logic. I think they're also going to renew Pennyworth, which is the Alfred spinoff or prequel that everyone was asking for.
Right.
So
what, is that sarcasm? Was anyone asking for this? No one was asking for this.
Apparently it was on a premium channel called Epix, which I'd never even heard of. I don't even know what else is on that.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Epix. I get offered that every month for $5.99, and I'm like, no.
I don't know what else is on. I mean, I never even heard of that
Actually,
streaming service.
Not to mention it, I've heard really good things about Pennyworth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think they're going to move to HBO Max, so we'll get more, I guess, exposure.
Good.
Which is really what they should have done, for Swamp Thing, too, because that was a pretty good show as well.
You have HBO Max, right?
Yeah, I do.
See, I have HBO Max, and I was thinking about getting rid of it the other day. And I was like, I never watch HBO Max. There's nothing on it. And then I went through it, and I was like, holy shit, there's so much on it. I just never click on it to look to see what they have but they have like a really good extensive library.
Like all the DC stuff's there. So.
Yeah, and when I clicked on this weekend, there was like Fandome, and I was like, yes. And so I went through and I watched like a bunch of stuff. So that was great. I watched the Lego Batman, not the Lego Batman movie, but the one that came after that. Not the theatrical release, but the made for HBO Max or made for Netflix, whatever.
What's the difference?
Oh, Lego Batman! It's just fantastic. It's Batman's voiced by Will Arnett. And
well, I know what movie you're talking about. I'm talking about between theatrical and HBO. What's the difference?
Oh no, so there's the Lego Batman movie, and it came out in theaters, but this is like a sequel to that, and it was only released for HBO Max.
Oh, I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
I don't know.
I'm already 2 movies behind.
HBO Max, but I didn't see it on Netflix, and I didn't see it in the theaters. So
noted.
I'm making.
It looks funny.
Yeah, no,
I haven't watched it.
You know, I highly recommend it. I'll send you like one of my favorite clips or whatever. But
I've seen some clips on YouTube. They're pretty funny.
Yeah,
what makes the Lego movie so funny?
I don't know.
The fact that everyone's Lego.
They're fantastic. I think it's like the Lego humor and the adult humor, but like I don't know.
There's something.
I don't know why, but there's something. I think they're charming.
They found the right wavelength.
Yeah, like
of
the
charm
Star,
humor.
Most of the Star Wars Legos movies are good.
They throw in all kinds of little references here and there.
Mm-hmm. And there's just like enough like little Lego charm, like it's great.
Whoever writes those movies, they need to get that team to write some DC stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, it's all that stuff has to go through committees and all that stuff. So it's like really hard to get the right people on the right stuff. But who knows? Maybe someday. That's really all I had for today. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't watch Y: The Last Man this week.
You need to watch that.
Wasn't that like the subject of the podcast?
For the 4 listeners who are sticking around, like listening to us every week to talk about why, Rob, you want to give us like you and me 2 minutes here, just talk about Y: The Last Man?
Talk a little bit, mainly about like the.
Well,
I don't know if Forrest cares much.
Yeah, I was like, can you spoil something to a man who doesn't care?
Did Victoria show up, the leader of the Amazons?
No, but Beth did.
Beth,
I think.
Who's that?
Beth.
Yeah, who were the?
Oh, okay, she's back. Okay,
and not in Australia, although she did name drop.
Beth, who's that?
Yeah, I don't know all the details
it looks like she's
of the
a
comics.
Bit of a terrorist. Oh, Rob, I don't either. I just
maybe I'd
re-listen to the podcast and listen to what Tip and Matt were saying earlier.
Oh,
that's the reason I remember any of this stuff. Yeah. So overall, a boring episode.
Yeah, because I feel like some of these people are being introduced, and I have no idea who they are, and they don't really go into detail of explaining who they are.
Are they going to come back in a couple?
But if you're a big fan of it, like you would be able to point all that stuff out easily.
Right. Now, I wanted to ask Matt, but unfortunately Matt's not on the podcast. Maybe Forrest can help me out here with this. Except you didn't watch the last episode, but you've seen all the other episodes. Do you think this show would be more enjoyable if I go ahead and spoil it for myself online, if I find out what caused this phenomenon to happen for all the
you should definitely just read the comic, because you're going to get more enjoyment out of the story as it's being told in that medium than I think you will from the TV show.
Right, but besides obviously read the source material, I'm saying, would I enjoy do you think I would enjoy the TV show more?
Or would it ruin
No, I don't think that's
because I don't think the suspense, like the suspense, isn't killing me because they never talk about it. Right?
Like the suspense is just keeping you watching.
No, there is no suspense. The podcast is keeping me watching. Like if there was if every episode they at least were like, what caused this? They had like one crazy woman who was like, what caused this? Like we have to figure this out. I'd be like, oh yeah, shit. Why did this happen? Yeah. But they didn't. They just roll along in their shitty filth life. And I'm like, oh, so I'm rolling along too. I was like, as an audience member, someone watching this story,
like the logo.
Yeah, like they're just moving on. So am I guess.
The logo from Lost.
Yeah, it's like they've basically set in like, well, this is our world. Deal with it. Yeah. Here's our story.
The virus was caused by like the theme from Lost, and says Y: The Last Man.
So like, is there a term for the people they introduced in this episode that are at the prison, or whatever that facility was they were at?
I believe they're
Prisoners?
called prisoners. Boom.
Convicts?
Forrest
Felons?
Gump.
I guess. Well, I didn't know if they had some comic
it's like
term
Game of
for it.
Thrones.
I don't remember them going to a prison in the comic.
Well, basically, it's some
They crashed.
bunch of prisoners
They're
and
ripping off Walking
trans
Dead.
people and other
So-
people that have unionized together. Apparently, they took over the place to stay there, and now
Agent-
that's kind of their base.
Agent
You mean the grocery store?
355 No, Agent
No, it's
355, Dr.
a-
Man, and York, which I hate that I even know their names, but I guess that's a good reason to call her Dr. Man. I asked a couple episodes ago if that was poor writing or not, but I remember her name at least.
Well, it was
Dr.
Brian
Man.
K. Vaughn's idea, so
355 and York are traveling down like this truck RV or whatever, and Agent 355 just crashes the truck, and so they get
Oh
taken
yeah, and
to this
and in
female
the
prison.
meantime, they're in the back, and he's trying to show her a magic trick. So he's got his hands all tied up. But then after they crashed, he's knocked out in the back with his hands tied up. So they assume he's a prisoner. So take him in nicely while they're all locked up.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, so he's got to convince them that they're not like bad girls, they're not bad people, and then
Bad
they.
girls, bad girls. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. I was just trying to think what happens next. I don't.
So they're
Black
trying to
Gordon.
decide what to do with them. They all say they don't have like a specific leader. They all decide together.
Yo, how is York not just like swimming in tail right now?
Yeah, so he wakes up butt naked.
Like, not only is he surrounded by women and he's the last man on earth, he's surrounded by women who haven't like seen men or had intimacy long before the phenomenon. Because
I was
they've been in
wondering what
prison.
happened.
Like, you see one girl flirting with him, and I'm like, why isn't every girl flirting with him? It's not like York's
I
like a
thought the same
bad-looking
thing,
guy.
too.
It just doesn't make sense, right? Like,
Yeah.
if there was one girl on Earth, I don't even want to think about that.
Yeah, that would not be fun.
No, not at all, dear Lord. But that'd be a good Arnold Schwarzenegger movie if he had to protect her. Yeah, I think it's called The Terminator. All right, I'm just gonna go watch Terminator 2 after this.
Yeah, I think the plot was different from that. But
Yeah,
okay.
Major. If there's one girl on Earth and the rest were men, think about it. 9 months for pregnancy, so there'd be one child born every 9 months. I mean, it wouldn't be enough, man.
All right. Well, I think that's all we have for today. Hopefully, I'll watch Why the Last Man next
Unless
week.
we were 800 years old. Boom, Old Testament reference. Let's wrap this up. Let's go home.
I'm forced.
I'm Major.
Robbie.
And I'm Chip.
See you next time, everybody.
Oh my gosh, the Twitter.
go ahead.
Zealot podcast tweeted us. I'm begging you. If you
And
think
Rick and
the
Morty.
show- Rick and Morty. How could we forget about Rick? Oh, I thought about Rick and Morty reference earlier.
Oh, that little anime
Oh, yeah, I
episode
gotta
they
watch
had.
that too. Also, email us at zeitgeistzealots@gmail.com.
zeitgeistzealots@gmail.com and tweeted us at Zealots Podcast. We would love to hear from you. And if you want us to open up our Discord, I don't know why you'd want to talk to
Yes,
us,
we
but
could.
if you
Share
do,
a link.
we
We're
could.
available.
Yeah,
Oh,
we've got a
well,
Discord
we're
just
put-
so we can talk and
We
hang
put
out.
links
so
to
we
all
don't
the
blow each other's-
trailers we're talking about.
Yeah, that'd be great. If you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
even give a shit, let us know.
Yeah.
Tweet at
Just
us.
come
send
in and
us an
say hi.
email. Say hey. Open up that
We'll know we
Discord,
have one fan out there.
right. And
We've also put links
Matt,
to our
you don't
social
count.
security numbers, home addresses, birthdays,
no, that
A
was
list
just-
of all our
that's
fears.
email address, passwords.
And for those listeners wondering where Matt is, he's coaching
Secret
rugby.
mission. Secret mission.
Oh, sorry, secret mission for all of October, but he will be back in November, where we will make him binge watch the rest of What If and Why. So get prepared for a very angry Matt coming back in November. I am looking forward to it.
Yeah, you're not going to want to miss it. If you miss it, then you're going to regret it for the rest of your fucking life.
Until you remember that you've followed and subscribed to us on your favorite podcast app, and you can just go back and then listen to the episode, and then boom, your life's saved and you can go on.
Yeah, don't regret your life. Listen to the podcast.
And now you know. All right. Bye, everyone.